welcome back. The City of Windhoek is currently facing a severe water scarcity situation, with the Municipal Council declaring a Category C water scarcity. This dictates the enforcement of strict water restrictions to reduce demand by 10%. The water supply to Windhoek is heavily reliant on the Van Bach, Swakopoort and Omatako dams, which are currently at low levels. The city is also activating its emergency borehole scheme to augment supply. To get an update on the situation is the Corporate Communications Manager at the City of Windhoek, Mr. Harold Akwenye. Harold, good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening. Good evening, listeners.
To begin with, Harold, please provide an overview for us on the current water supply situation in Windhoek.
Okay, with the current water supply situation in Windhoek is actually a critical one, with the municipality imposing a Category C water scarcity status. What does that mean? This decision was prompted by the low water levels of the Van Bach, the Swakopoort, as well as the Omatako dams, which are the primary sources that supply water to the city of Windhoek. To address the situation, the city has activated the emergency borehole scheme to supplement the dwelling water supply. So, in other words, if in retrospect, I remember about a few weeks ago, the water levels, especially of the Van Bach, which is the main one that supplies water to Windhoek, was about at 7 to 8%. What does that mean? It means the water that currently in the dam can only take us up to end of this year, or should I say up to the next rainy season. So it's a matter of us saving water or using water scarcely up to that time. Otherwise, we'll start to have to activation of rationing somehow has to come in if we don't get water by the rainy season, which is by November, December this year.
Yeah.
So yes, it is dire, as I said, and we need prayers actually to the heavens for the rains to come down.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us about the specific water restrictions that have been implemented under this Category C.
The key factors, first, if I can tell you on the key factors contributing to this water scarcity in Windhoek includes the below average rainfall leading to low dam levels. So under the Category C water scarcity declaration, the city has enforced stringent water restrictions and scarcity declaration. And the city has actually came up with some stringent factors. These restrictions include the limits of non-essential water usage, such as watering gardens. We don't want to see you watering gardens. If you can do it once a week, that is acceptable. Washing cars and filling of pools are not recommended. So therefore, residents and businesses are required to adhere to these guidelines provided by the city council and to ensure compliance with the regulations. So the people that's prompt to filling up their pools at their houses, we can pick that up given the meter reading. So there is stringent measures that is put in place, and there's also those people will also be fined. There's fines that's going to be given to those that are caught in the act.
Talk to us about the other measures that the city is taking up to manage this water crisis to ensure supply stability.
Other measures is actually when it comes to car washes, for example. It's best to have a limited usage of cars that will be washed on that specific day. And then the other thing is also fixing leaks promptly is very important. Usage of water efficient fixtures and appliances, especially at jams. And for example, we approached Virgin Active to implement such measures where the pressure of the water is limited, especially when people are taking showers. Taking shorter showers is very important. Also, it's something that we inform the institutions and the businesses to adhere to. And reassuring grey water for non-potable purposes is also one that is actually also enforced. And additionally, residents and businesses are encouraged to practice mindful water consumption by only using water when necessary and avoiding wasteful practices that could strain the already limited water resources within Windhoek. So there are a lot, and on the other hand, you also coming up with educational programs where we educate our residents to save water and to use water sparingly as well.
Harold, talk to us about the city's long-term strategy to enhance water security and build resilience against future droughts.
The long-term strategy is merely to enhance water scarcity and build resilience against future drought. Involves a multiple-facet approach, which is this includes investing in infrastructure upgrades to reduce water losses, and promoting water recycling and reuse initiatives. As we are currently doing, the water that we normally pump, flushes by the toilets, so that goes to our dams and that's reused. So there's some investment to a second plant that we're envisaging, which will start by next year, at least to have 2 of those plants in order to augment the water usage. And also prompting water recycling and reuse initiatives, which is important, is diversifying water sources and implementing sustainable water management practices also. Collaborating with stakeholders and research institutes and the community are also integral to developing comprehensive strategies for long-term water scarcity.
And are there international partnerships, partnerships or initiatives that the city is pursuing to address this water scarcity issue?
Say again?
My question was, are there any international partnerships or initiatives that the city is pursuing to address this water scarcity issue?
Yes, the city is actively seeking international partnership and initiatives to address these water scarcity issues and enhance its water management practices. Mostly by collaborating with other cities. We do have agreements with sister cities, especially in Europe, like Bremen and so on, and especially in Durban, Cape Town as well. So we do collaborate with those cities. We know they have experience in such, and we learn a lot from them. And by collaborating with other cities, organizations and research institutes globally is also very important for Windhoek. And Windhoek aims to leverage best practices from those institutions, innovative technologies and expertise to address water challenges effectively and build a more resilient water system for the future. So it is important to have those partnerships with those institutions. And we also had some collaboration with Durban, with water reclamation and also Bremen. So we constantly seeking new information, or should I say sources that can assist us with this dire need of water saving for the city of Windhoek.
Well, Harold, we are out of time, but just before I let you go, any words from you to residents or businesses alike concerning these Category C measures? What do they need to be cognizant of, and what precautions do they need to take during this time?
The thing is, we need each other in this instance. The city needs its residents, it needs its business. The residents have to be the eye for the city. If there's a leakage anywhere, report it immediately, and we'll make sure that we are going to fix those leaking pipes, those burst pipes. Don't just drive past. It's your water that is actually getting wasted. We want every morning to have at least a tap that is running. We don't want to run dry. So let's assist each other. Let's save water and be cognizant of the fact that we all need water at the end of the day, and it's a basic necessity. So whenever you envisage or sees a leak at your house, try and fix it immediately. It also saves you at the end of the day when it comes to your bill, and also save the fact that in the long term to have water and sustainable for the city of Windhoek.
Mr. Harold Akwenye, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
It's a pleasure.
That was the Corporate Communications Manager of the City of Windhoek, Mr. Harold Akwenye, speaking to us about the city's current situation with the water scarcity within Windhoek. putting the city in a Category C water scarcity. We'll be right back after this brief break, and our conversations continue.